Good day, Cougars. This is Mr. Cook, Western Hills World Geography. We're doing Population Notes Day 1, Demographic Transition Model, and this is the lecture notes for Part 3. So you'll have clicked on the lecture video link, and then you will also need to have clicked on the template link. Okay, so we're going to click there and open up the template. It's going to ask you to make a copy and make a copy. Okay, so you're going to write in here, we're going to be able to draw, and then this down here is a text box for you to type notes in. Okay, so what you need to do is have your screen half and half so that you have the video and you have the notes here on the side. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do in your drawing is you're going to take and go to the line, select line, and we're going to scribble. So the first thing we need to do is we need to recreate this demographic transition model in our notes. So we're going to start up here kind of high, and we're just going to kind of go down slowly, and then we're going to kind of jump off the cliff, and then we're going to kind of go up and down. Okay. And I need that to be blue, so I'm going to pick my line color, and I'm going to pick blue. And I'm going to make it a little bit thicker, so I'm going to give it a 3, so I can kind of see it. Okay, so I've got my birth rate. Okay, well then now I have to go back and do my death rate. So again, going to do scribble. And we can see it kind of starts off below, and then it kind of jumps up and down, up, and then it kind of comes down really fast, and then kind of stalls out. And there we go to the end. Okay, so this one is supposed to be red, so let's do red. And again, let's make it a 3 so we can kind of see it. Okay, so then we have our natural increase areas. So what I'm going to do for that is a little different. I'm going to go select, and I'm going to do polyline. Okay, so this is going to let me, and then I'm going to pick. Okay, so I got my polyline. So any of these areas that show up yellow, I want to get a shape in there, and then I'm going to fill it up with yellow. Okay. So I'm going to kind of do this, and click here. And then my fill shape is going to be yellow. Okay. I might make it a little smaller just so it kind of fits in. Okay. And I'm going to do that for each time that the red line is below the blue line. Okay. Go this way. I'm going to fill up this big one like this. Okay. We'll do a little small one. We'll do one here. Okay. And then finally we've got our total population line. We're going to do a scribble again. Okay. And so here we go. We're going to start down, and it kind of, every time that you see this line go up and over the blue line is when we're going to go down with our total population. So we're kind of going up, and then we kind of go down, up, and down a little bit. And then we're going to go up, 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 up. Then we kind of stable off. Okay, and we're going to make that green. And I'm going to make it a 3. Okay. So that is our demographic transition model. Okay, it looks kind of like what we see on the side of the screen. Okay. So now we're going to fill out information about this model. Okay. So stage 1, we can see that there's a balance between birth rates and death rates characterize this stage. Death rates are very high due to a lack of medical knowledge, infectious diseases, and food shortages. Okay, so we're going to type balance between birth and death rates. Death rates, let's actually say birth rate is high. Death rate also high due to lack of medicine, infectious disease, and food shortages. Okay. So we don't really see population going up in stage 1. It kind of goes up and down a little bit, but not too much. Okay. Then we hit stage 2. Okay. This stage has a lot of population increase. You can see it goes from here to up here, total population. And that's because our death rate is so far below our birth rate by the end. Okay. So again, we have a high birth rate and a decline in the death rate. As a result, population begins to increase. The declining death rate is due to technology, new farming techniques, and improved health care. Okay, so we have high birth rate, decline in death rate due to technology, new farming techniques, and improved health care. We're going to make that 10 as well. We're going to make all these 10 so that way we can make sure we can fit them in. Okay. So then we get to stage 3. We still have population going up, but we see it starts to decrease in how much is going up because the birth rate is starting to decline. And we have a couple of reasons why that's happening. So the death rate continues to decline in stage 3 and the birth rate begins to decline. This is due to social changes, including urbanization, meaning living in cities, more people live in cities, and an increase in opportunities for women. Okay, so death rate continues to decline, birth rate starts to decline. Due to urbanization, people moving to cities, and increased opportunities for women. Okay, so people have fewer children when they move to cities because it's more expensive, but then also women have, when they have more opportunities, they tend to have less children. And these opportunities mean jobs and things, education outside of the home. Okay. In stage 4, stage 4 has low birth rates and low death rates. The population of the country in this stage begins to decline and grow older. In some cases, birth rate drops below replacement level. Okay. So we have low birth and death rates. Okay. Population begins to decline and grow older. Sometimes birth rates drop below replacement level. So that means population decline or shrink. Okay, so the demographic transition model, in stage 1, we have low total population because our birth rates and death rates are so high, but the death rate staying high keeps our population low. And then in stage 2, we start to farm better, we start to get improved healthcare, better technology, and so our population goes up because our birth rate stays high, but our death rate starts to decline because we've got better medicine. Okay. Stage 3, our birth rate starts to come down as well. The death rate remains low, and so our population is still growing, but it is slowly starting to stop growing. Okay, this stage is where we have lots of people moving to cities, women getting opportunities outside the home, so they're going to school, they're going to college, they're getting jobs, and so people start to have fewer children. And then in stage 4, the population stays high. There are some dips whenever the birth rate goes below the death rate. That happens because the population is growing older. They're living longer. People are living a really long time, but they're having fewer children. Okay, and so sometimes in some countries around the world, we've actually seen they're not having enough children. So places like Japan, where their average age of the population is starting to rise, and they're having 1 child, whereas most times you need at least 2 children to replace population. Okay, so these are your notes for demographic transition model. Make sure what you're going to do is you're going to go to File, Download, JPEG. Then we're going to go back to our notes, and I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to go Insert Image, Upload from Computer, the one I just did it, and I'm going to put them right here and make them big so that we can read them. Okay, so when I zoom in, I'm able to see all the stuff and read the notes. Okay, so that is how you do the demographic transition model notes.